If you are one of the 40 million drivers in the United Kingdom, you need to pull over and check your glove box right now because a massive shift in the highway code and DVLA enforcement has officially hit the roads this April 2026. As the government transitions toward a digital-first enforcement model, the rules about what you are legally required to carry and what you should have to avoid a 500-pound fine have fundamentally changed. This isn't just about your physical license anymore. It's about a high-tech web of digital credentials and specific medical summaries that are now the difference between a smooth journey and a roadside nightmare. This is the definitive, long-form breakdown of the April 2026 driver requirements that every motorist must know to stay on the right side of the law. The most explosive update for 2026 involves the official rollout of the digital driving license and the Gov UK wallet. While the physical plastic photo card remains a valid legal document for now, the DVLA has officially launched its real-time verification protocol, which places a premium on digital accessibility. If you are stopped by the police this month, they are no longer just looking at the piece of plastic in your wallet. They are checking your live status on the national database to ensure your address, medical self-declarations, and even your professional vision verification are all current. Because the UK is moving toward a full digital transition, the old grace period that allowed you to produce your documents at a police station within 7 days is being effectively phased out by technology. As of April 2026, every driver is strongly urged to have their digital license activated on their smartphone via the Gov UK One login app. This allows for an instant encrypted scan that proves your insurance, MOT, and medical standing are all up to date. If you haven't synced your records, a routine stop could turn into a prolonged roadside investigation simply because the officer cannot verify your data in real time. For a specific and growing group of motorists, the requirement to carry physical paperwork has actually returned this year. If you are a driver who has recently undergone a medical review, or if you have reached the age of 60 and renewed your photo card under the new health declaration rules, you are now part of a high scrutiny category. Specifically, those granted a restricted distance license, a new category launched in 2026 for drivers with certain health conditions, are now legally mandated to carry a physical copy of the specific terms and conditions of that license. If you are restricted to a 20-mile radius of your home or prohibited from motorway driving, you must have the summary of these terms in the vehicle at all times. Furthermore, drivers operating under a Section 88 entitlement, where they are driving while their application is still with the DVLA, must carry a copy of their application and a doctor's confirmation of fitness. Failure to produce these specific medical summaries during a roadside check in April 2026 can lead to the immediate seizure of your vehicle, as police are now trained to assume a lack of paperwork equals a lack of valid entitlement. 40. The most critical physical item you must verify in your glove box this week involves your vision aids. Following a national consultation, the government has moved away from simple self-certification of eyesight for those renewing their licenses. Starting this April, mandatory roadside eyesight checks have been ramped up across the country. The new 20-meter rule enforcement guidelines suggest that if a driver fails a roadside eyesight test and does not have their prescription lenses or a spare set available in the car, their license can be revoked digitally on the spot. This immediate revocation policy is designed to remove high-risk drivers from the road instantly. If you require corrective lenses for driving, it is now more critical than ever to carry a spare pair of glasses or contact lenses in the glove box. Having that spare set proves you have the immediate means to correct your vision to the legal standard, which could be the only thing saving your license from a permanent digital cancellation during a random police sweep. For those driving electric vehicles, there is a brand new set of requirements hitting the books this April. Because zero-emission cars have lost their total exemption from vehicle excise duty, drivers of electric cars are now subject to the standard flat rate of 200 pounds per year. Additionally, the expensive car supplement threshold for electric vehicles has officially increased to 50,000 pounds this month. Thousands of EV owners are being advised to keep a digital or physical record of their original list price and their tax status to avoid luxury tax disputes at the roadside. With the government's AI-powered cameras now specifically programmed to cross-reference a vehicle's original P11D value against its current tax status, having proof of your list price, especially if your car sits in the 40,000 to 50,000 pound bracket, is essential to avoid being incorrectly flagged for the 440 pound luxury car supplement. Plus 3. The safety standards for 2026 have also introduced a massive push for drivers to carry an upgraded emergency breakdown kit, particularly for those using smart motorways. While it remains a recommendation rather than a strict statute for private cars to carry a first aid kit, the Highway Code Annex 7 has been updated to strongly suggest that every vehicle carries a high-visibility jacket for every single passenger, not just the driver. If you break down on an all-lane running motorway and your passengers exit the vehicle without high-visibility gear, you are now much more likely to face a charge of dangerous conduct or lack of due care and attention. This shift toward the European safety model means that a car audit this April should include a check for a warning triangle, a high-visibility vest for each seat, and a basic first aid kit. Even if you aren't fined for the missing kit itself, your insurance provider in 2026 is likely to have updated their duty of care clauses, and a lack of safety gear could negatively impact a claim in the event of an accident. What you must do immediately to stay legal this month is threefold. First, check the expiry date on your physical photo card at Section 4B. With the new 2026 renewal rules, an expired card is an instant £1,000 fine. Second, download the GOV UK One login app and verify your digital license. This is your digital shield against the new automated enforcement cameras. Third, if you have a notifiable medical condition or are over the age of 60, ensure you have a physical or digital summary of your latest health declaration and vision test results. The landscape for UK motorists in 2026 is one of total transparency and digital accountability. The days of leaving your license at home and hoping for the best are officially over. By carrying the right digital credentials and the necessary physical medical summaries, you are protecting your license, your car, and your right to use the road. Stay vigilant, update your digital records today, and make sure your glove box is 2026 compliant before you start your next journey. The relief of knowing you are fully legal is worth the few minutes it takes to verify your status. Happy and safe driving to everyone on the UK roads this April.